Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon Tabletop United, or should I say? Oh no, I'm doing it out of order again. This is so everything's back. We're playing. Uh, Welcome back to Immersion. Roll for Immersion. Sorry, we're on Immersion Diversion, which is me. I need to say where we're at first. This is the Roll for Immersion tabletop stuff we do. You're on you're on Immersion Diversion. That's here. That's me. Welcome. We are playing Pokemon Tabletop United. But it is Pokemon Space Odyssey. Heck yeah! Woo! Sorry, I'm good. I was good last week. Now this week, it's like all over the place again. We are playing on Fantasy Grounds, our tabletop, our TTT, VTT of choice, because it's just, I find it, there's a lot of good VTTs out there, but I tend to find Fantasy Grounds a little easier to use. We're using it for turn initiative, dice rolling, maps, charts, stuff like that. Some fun stuff. Yeah. We are playing music from Zame, Sanity, Blitzit, Glitch City. There will be some of Glitch City in the future. But yes, I have to thank all of them for allowing me to use their music. Thank you guys so much. And we're playing that on Hero Forge, a sound. Not Hero Forge. Sorry, Sirenscape. Our sound sets sound player, online sound player. Basically, it's a sound player that they have a bunch of assets that they upload themselves, and they've got a ton of stuff that you can use from that. However, they have an option that lets you upload your own music, so you can use them as sound sets as well. That's what we are currently doing. And yeah, Sirenscape is fun. It's easy to use. Yeah. Hi, players! That's the next one. Hi, guys.
Hi!
Hi. We have an Edward back. Yay. At least for a while. I'm not sure if he's coming indefinitely or...
We'll see. It depends upon our work schedule. But how things are looking, might be for a little bit longer.
Yeah, sweet. All right. So without further ado, we are missing a couple of players today. Johnny playing Henry. He is the newest player. I wish him well. He was not feeling well last week. Still not feeling well this week. So hopefully that gets all taken care of. I wish him well. And the same thing with Sean. There's stuff happening over at his place, but we wish them both well. Hopefully we'll see them next week. Maybe we'll see them tonight if Sean's good. Maybe I'll play some games with them. If we play some more Roots of Pacha or something. And yeah, well, let's introduce you guys. Who do we want to start with? Because you guys are both on the equal now that I've had the new setup going. Let's see. Let's go with let's start with River and with Echo and Navi. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Hello. Man, I'm first one up. That rarely ever happens. Oh no. I'm in the spotlight for the first time. Wow. Yes, I play as Echo, the android that's currently looking for a purpose and sorting out their emotions, one would say, and trying to find a reason to be human, one would say. It's still in work in progress in my mind. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
You don't want to be You don't want to be a human. It's much easier being an android.
Good point, actually. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. And routes is a very special type of routes that is a ghost fairy type. The one that was founded by Echo during their 50-year stay within Pinocchio. That's the graveyard planet, so that's
Yeah.
going to be
The
fun
ghostly
to
graveyard.
explore one day.
Hell
And,
yeah.
yeah.
All
Take
right.
it away, Edmund boy.
Yes, Edward, welcome back.
Hi.
Tell us about Adolfin and Luthu.
Elefin. Let's see if I can remember him because it's been a while. Elefin is an elf from the planet of Zipsio, which is all about the mind stuff, all the psychic stuffs, and he left home for reasons. Nobody knows why. He's never gone into them, but he left home for reasons. And is out exploring the world, literally with eyes wide open, to drinking in everything that's happening, drinking in all the sights and sounds and weird shit that exists beyond his home world. That is what he is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Luthu?
that's him. Oh yeah, and Luthu is his wonderful Zigzagoon companion. He does not consider him a pet. He does not consider him a Pokemon. It is his Zigzagoon is the Luthu is his companion, whom he never allows it. He never actually puts into a Pokeball, and recently learned that having them in a Pokeball was actually a very good idea. So probably needs to solve that at some point. But yeah, Luthu is his wonderful Zigzagoon version from Zipsio, his companion, and well, we'll go into it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
I'm always excited when Ed plays because, like, we all know, everyone here except Ed pretty much knows about Pokemon. So him going in and learning about new Pokemon and new places, it's like he gets his sci-fi fix, and we get our Ed learning about Pokemon fix.
Yeah. Also, just a little bit sort of extra onto that. Pokemon for me was first gen. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So he knows about
anything above that.
Exeggutor and
Forget
stuff,
it. I haven't got a fucking clue.
When he saw that, I remember when you were like when we were in the VR in the world where you were doing your training, and then you saw like you're like, oh, I know what an Exeggutor is, but then you're like, what is this long one? It was like a long, tall, like Exeggutor.
Yeah,
like,
the Aloha version.
The Alolan version, yeah. It's like, fuck yeah, that's so cool. And I always like, now we've got him, he has Pokemon from Johto, he's got Pokemon from Hoenn, and he's just like, whoa. It's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, Adolfin's mind has been blown, which is the reason why he hasn't been around for a bit, because he's had to process everything.
I can't wait till you see some of these other Pokemon that are like, they don't look like Pokemon. Actually, you did. Technically, there was the Clink Clank. It was just a pair of gears.
Yeah. I think I was there. I think I, the player, was there for it and went.
Yeah, you were the one who defeated
went, that's
him.
not a Pokemon.
He threw it into the bad guy's chest and got caught in his clothing.
Yes, I did. I do remember that.
That was fun. Anyway, yeah. So, Sean and Johnny, as they are not here, I will still bring up their characters. Robert is an animus, Lucario animus, from the planet of Dimabos / Luchabos. He is on the Dimabos side. It is a planet that is basically always at war, like almost like a planetary civil war kind of thing going on. We'll get more into that, but he left his planet after not enjoying the setting of the constant warring. So he left to become a teacher / adventurer, almost like an Indiana Jones situation kind of thing. And he likes fossils and exploring ruins. Hey! Schoolie, thanks for the donation. Oh yeah, did you? We got a new donation thing. It's no longer
nice.
Claptrap going, ah! So, yeah, it's fun. Thank you for the secret menu item. I will be bringing that up when we get to the donations. But yes, Robert is a Animus Lucario who is a teacher. His partner Gizmo is basically the class mascot. Kind of runs around smacking students that like fall asleep and stuff. But he got him from a fossil that he got back on Dimabos. So it is a Cubone Farfetch combo. So it is a ground fighting type Pokemon. And yeah, he's currently just traveling the universe trying to find ruins and trying to find out he's trying to find the mysterious. He's got clues on a mysterious race, but no one seems to believe him. So he's going out to go and try and prove himself right. And then we have Henry, played by Johnny or Aura. And Edward, he was actually in your chat at one point. He's Aura the Red. So yeah, yes, he has played Henry. Henry is a mysterious person right now. We kind of don't know a whole lot about him. The only thing we really know about him is that he is a coordinator, or that he wants to be a coordinator, and that he's from the planet of Zorokoro, which is basically a second and bigger Earth, the Pokemon Earth. So yeah, and his Pokemon partner of choice, Tedwardo. He is a Teddiursa, basically a bear with a crescent moon on his face. And yeah, he has befriended that when well, technically I think his starter was a Cyniquil, but he said he caught the Cyniquil first. But I'm saying that he still is, his favorite is the Tedwardo, so that's what we're using for image choice on the one thing. So yeah, but yes, so without further ado, well, I mean, we still got tips and stuff. So everyone in chat, you guys can gain channel points to help out the game. Being subscribed earns extra channel points. If you want to help out, you can use them to give a player bonus to their combat stages. You can give them plus 10 or minus 10 to their capture rolls. You can use it to heal up their Pokemon. Almost like it's like a pocket Pokemon Center, except it only works on one Pokemon. If they go to a Pokemon Center, they heal a full. But if they're in a battle and their Pokemon faints and you want that Pokemon to come back, you can do the Pocket Center to basically give them a full restore, a full revive, which brings them up to max and stuff like that. You also donate for magic items. Usually the channel point donated magic item will be from the store up to a certain amount based on their level, or based on their current level. Or we might create an item for them. But the channel point one won't be as great as, or won't be, the monetary reward one will be a little stronger than the one you get from channel points. But speaking of, hang on, I gotta figure out how I can't, oh, deny, there we go. Yay! Okay, there was a bot that I need to eat, chat. But yeah, so, with the donations, you can donate $1 to donate, you can give the players the consumable items. So basically you can give them it's like 1 to 5 Pokeballs or 1 to 5 potions, revives, just stuff like that. Stuff that it's like a one-use item that can help them out. For $5 you can donate a Hero Point or a Jinx Point. Hero Points can use to re-roll. They can use to re-roll their Pokemon capture rolls. You can use them to stay at 1 HP if you were to die, or go down, not die. You can use them on your Pokemon as well if you want your Pokemon to stay at 1 HP. You can also use it on your moves to consider them as essentially the added effect of False Swipe, where you can damage them, but they won't drop below 1 HP. And then, what else was it? And then the Jinx Points. Also Hero Points can be used to commission ideas to me if they want to do something cool. Or maybe give themselves an extra move if they want to do something like that. Attack again, kind of thing. They can use a Hero Point for that as well. Same thing for my Jinx Points. I can use them to re-roll, make the players re-roll, cancel their Hero Points. I can use them to create madness, as I did last week. I can also, I can't use them to, or I can use them to make myself re-roll for my players, or for myself, or I can make the players re-roll instead of just canceling their Hero Points. Okay, cool. $10 you can donate a Plot Twist, Flashback, or Hero Card. Plot twist changes the current encounter or current day, whatever, or the current session. It kind of just changes it up and throws us for a little bit of a loop. Flashback cards can help a player remember something from their past. Maybe they forgot that they knew how to do something, or they could remember that they had an item that they didn't have. Just stuff like that. Maybe they remembered someone from their past that they didn't think they knew. Just kind of changes that up. And the hero cards are basically one-time use one-time-use abilities that we will try our best to convert to the PTU. But if it doesn't work out, the players can basically use it as a 4th hero point. For $15, you can donate a critical token. That's basically what it says. Is it's just a critical hit, auto crit. You can use it on your Pokeball throw when you're trying to capture it. It gives you a +10 to your capture roll as well. I might up it just because the hero token is kind of a little bit better, so I might just say a +20 on that. It'll make it a little better to use it for that if so. For $20, it creates a random Pokemon encounter. If the players are currently in a chat with someone, I'll probably wait for the chat to be done, but as soon as at some point it breaks out a fight between wild Pokemon or maybe even trainer Pokemon or trainers Pokemon. Trainers might come up and challenge the players to a fight. It's just a random encounter that happens. For $25, you can create a buff for a creature of your choice. We either level them up, they might evolve, may get a move or an ability that they might not normally have. Stuff like that. And for $30, you can donate a magic item. This magic item is something that will be made. Either you guys in chat can make it for the player of your choice. You can allow me to create it, or we could talk about it between the player if they just want something from. If they just want something, it'd be like anything from the store that they wish, or we would talk about it and come up with something that sounds like something they could use around their level. For instance, last time I think it was the magic. It was definitely a magic item one. Echo ended up getting a Pokeball that if he catches a Pokemon in it, when it gets released, it automatically uses the move Sonic Boom. And we said that if it has a Pokemon that's related to sound in it, it would double the damage of Sonic Boom. And the same thing for Adelphin. Another time, we gave him essentially an item finder that had the ability pickup on it. So he can use that, I think, once a day, just the same as a Pokemon can use it once a day. So, yeah. Thanks, TK, for the donation. That's awesome. Drinks point to GM. Thank you. Oh gosh. Alright, there we go. Boop. Alright, so, and then, last but not least, for $50, we do a one-time secret menu item. And, it basically changes the scale of the whole entire encounter. Basically like, it changes the scale of the whole game. So, it just kind of like depends on what's going on at the time. But I think I was thinking of today's secret menu item because last week I actually was a little. I didn't mean to do it, but I was a little mean to the players. I almost killed them. I hit him with a Jinx point and hit him with a geyser that sent him 50 feet through the air. So that we found out that did a lot of stuff. I'll get to that. Yeah, okay.
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing.
Yep, sorry. So today's secret menu item is, because I feel bad about that. I was thinking, I was thinking about two options, because one, it was gonna be if Sean and Johnny were here today playing it, Robert and Henry. But that might be for next week. But I'm thinking the secret menu item, because I want. Nope. Yeah, I was gonna do it for them because I did feel bad about last week. I was going to give them an ability from each of their, like, based on their race. So, Johnny being a human, we were gonna come up with something from that, but that'll be a secret, because it's something that he said he wanted to bring up when he was here. So I will be telling him that ability I was going to give him off screen. But in Sean's case, because he's a Lucario human, he will be getting one of Lucario's abilities. And because normally his class can't do that, or any of the stuff he gets from that can't, so I will be deciding on one that works best for him, and I will be giving him that ability, whether it's a basic, an advanced ability, or a high ability. So I will be taking a look at that, and I will be giving him one of those amazing abilities for him. So we will be doing that for the secret menu item. But as a bonus, because I knew today was happening, I'm also doing something for based on the races for Adelphin and Echo. So you guys will also be getting an ability today, or sometime in the future. I'm still gonna decide what would work for that, but you guys will be getting an ability for that, for today's secret menu item. So, I'm excited because that gives me time to think. But yes, that is what will happen. They will be getting abilities for that. I remembered to change my stuff in the PTU, or for the channel point stuff. So, are you guys ready?
When you are.
Hell yeah! All right. Last time on Pokemon Space Odyssey, the heroes have made it back to the town of Kern. They made it back to Adelphin, and they saw he was doing pretty well. Just kind of hanging out with the ship, making sure it's safe. He's been kind of fishing with the not catching any of the fish because he doesn't really like water Pokemon much. But he was helping out the fishermen.
I'm also shit at fishing. So.
But yeah, basically he kind of just stayed behind, doing kind of his own thing. Catching some Pokemon behind the scenes. But yeah, he would go out to the cave and just kind of train up a bit to make sure that when he got back, the players didn't just, he wasn't kind of fall behind. But we got back into the ship. We took off. They decided to head towards, I forgot the name of the place. It was the Sandy Town over by the one thing. I'm just gonna go there so I can remember the name. Sorry, what's that? My bad. This is me not being prepared. So we'll let that run one more time because we still have more. There it is, Gilia. Close. Okay, the town of Sandy Ridge. It's a desert city that exists on the edge of the sea oasis, which is basically just one giant sandbar of water, but kind of makes it all muddy at the same time. So it's kind of hard to walk through. You still kind of need to take a boat through it. But for Adelphin's sake, the town basically resembles a Tortuga. Like that Caribbean place. Yep. It kind of resembles that, but it almost looks like the still like wooden, worn down buildings because of the water in the air from the sea oasis. So, having stayed behind because, well, they needed to make sure the ship was good because they couldn't just fly it in there. Adelphin and Echo had stayed behind while Robert and Henry had taken off into the sea oasis to try and go find Betordite, as they had seen the psychos actually, because they had managed to catch up. I will bring that up as well, because you guys had, on your way flying towards this town, managed to fly through a bright light and come out of the other side right above the town, which then let you see that the psychos had been driving off into the sea oasis. So yeah, with that, we will come back because or we come back to Echo and Adolfin because of the whole like they left or they stayed behind. So because we have them today, we have their point of view. So let's get my desert music. Sorry. All right. Adolfin, Echo.
Yo, what's up?
You had stayed behind in your ship to basically keep an eye on it for until they came back. Adolfin's not a whole great with water, but you know, it seems like before I guess, is there anything you guys wish to talk about? I guess technically the time is yours.
Well, Adolfin has been pretty quiet for a lot of the time, namely because his mind has been blown in more ways than one, and he's had to retreat and retire from just from what's around him, and basically finding ways to distract himself. So you probably find. So, quick question, GM: where have I caught my Pokemon yet?
Yeah. So at this point, you would have your Pokemon.
That's fine. That's all I wanted to.
I would have brought that up how you caught them if you were to bring it up with Echo. So
well, it's just placing stuff.
Yep.
So you find. I suspect what you find is Adolfin just sort of not sort of. He's emerging from the caves, having recently just dived in there to go exploring without having to worry about anybody else.
Okay. So this is back. This would be back when Echo, Robert, and actually before they found Henry, even they had walked out into the caves with Arya to go ahead to Doug. So Adolfin, yeah, you would have found some time to head off into your own. You probably wouldn't have gone too far because I think before you guys had almost gotten lost and you decided to head back to find a guide.
Yeah, so Adolfin would have followed the tracks that he knew and then headed back.
Yep.
You see Adolfin just emerging, bright-eyed and slightly flustered. Yeah. And he heads down the slope towards the village, towards the ship, hoping that the ship is still there, but not really concerned because he's presuming it is still there.
Yes, as you walk back towards through town, and you definitely do see your ship still sitting there on the water. In fact, it is quite a big ship. It's actually, I would say, for the medium size it is considered to hold like 4 to 6 people, it is still bigger than a house. So, yes. You can see it over the town when you come through.
Do I see anything in particular, or do I see Echo? I mean, what?
If you still, yeah. So as you're walking back, you can see kind of like behind you. Actually, roll me a perception check.
I'll roll you a perception check. Yeah.
It's not hard. Okay.
7.
Yeah. You see kind of it's a rock, just kind of like it's just kind of moving. It's like bobbing left to right, but it doesn't seem to be moving at all. I mean, it's moving, but like it's not walking or anything. It's like it's weird because you've never seen a rock move like this. It's just kind of bobbing back and forth. You see 2 little feet just kind of like boop, 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 boop.
Oh. You're a Pokemon. I can't deal with you right now. Okay. Come back to you later. And he carries on heading down the slope towards the village.
Okay. As you continue walking down, I mean, there's a like. It's not that busy of a town. You do know that 'cause before everyone left, there was a hot spring, like a almost like a hot tub kind of area, hot springs, over by the mayor's house. Um, that's right. You actually weren't there when they did that. So yeah, you guys had gone into the hot springs because you guys were in that fight together. So I would have said you were there with them when that happened. Um, No, you probably wouldn't have seen that because it's like you probably were just too relaxed in the hot tub. It's been a while since you had a bath.
Oh, so I have been to the hot tub. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll say you've been
That's
there
fine.
with the group. Yeah, you just didn't notice. Yeah.
No, I probably was sort of chilling in there, but I would have got out and headed away.
Okay.
And headed away, just sort of being by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
So you just kind of head your own direction, just kind of walk around.
Yeah, pretty much. Waiting for the others for the others to return.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that.
Let's say this is the first day that they headed out, or maybe the second day. 2 more days gone by. They're still not back.
Did they tell me how long they would be? How long away they would?
Arya said it takes 2 days to get there, and then it would take 2 days probably to get back as well. But they'd probably stay a day, so I'd probably have guessed about 5 or 6 days.
Oh, okay. So I'm okay. So 2 days is fine.
Yeah.
Then in that case, certainly for the first couple of days, Adolfin, have we been given a place to sleep in this village?
If you wanted to ask, I'd say sure. Otherwise, there's definitely the ship. You could sleep in your own ship, so because there is like a bunker area for your stuff to sleep in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Adolfin would have spent if we'd been given a place to sleep, great. If we hadn't, then he would go to the ship.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? The ship is off. The ship is in the middle of a lake, right?
It's kind of off to the right of the docks, walking onto them. Yeah, but yeah, you'd have to take a boat to get to your ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he wouldn't do that. He would probably ask if there's a place to sleep, and would probably then stay Would probably stay a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of not hold up, but trying to gather the energy to do anything.
Yeah. Definitely, because you guys had saved the town, the mayor would definitely have offered you to be able to stay at the hotel for free, because you can, and that's basically where the hot springs would be.
Okay.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to do in this town. Basically, just fishing, exploring the caves.
That's absolutely fine because Adolfin is literally going to spend several days doing nothing because
if you wanted to, even because you even have the ship here, you could practice driving the ship around on the lake.
No.
Okay.
Genuinely, Adolfin will spend this seems weird to say, but Adolfin is genuinely in a headspace where he has no energy to do anything except just lie and just to lie down.
Okay. So
getting up for him right now is a massive challenge.
Okay. You're just kind of waiting for them to come back because it seems like being around them has created more of the entertainment than because it kind of feels like Adolfin is like because he's not seeing any new things, he's not getting the energy he needs from seeing new things.
No, you've got that completely wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No,
it's completely wrong there. No, it is simply a case of that he is now absolutely tucking out and doesn't have energy to do anything because he has no energy.
Gotcha.
It's all been used up.
Okay.
So he spends 2 to 3 days basically doing nothing.
Okay.
And then in the sort of maybe halfway through the third day, he does eventually get up and start exploring, looking around for, just looking around.
Okay.
Luthu has spent a lot. Luthu has spent a lot. Has spent their time there, and has been. Luthu knows when Adolfin's in this state, and so basically kind of goes off by themselves, but always comes back to check up on me.
Okay.
Um,
So on the, because you said after waiting the 2 days, you said you waited probably about another 2 or 3.
no, so the first 2 days I've done nothing.
Right. Okay.
Halfway through the third day, Adolfin would have got up, and probably wandered around a bit until he felt tired, and then went back to
Okay.
went back to the sort of place he's been staying in.
Okay. So I will say,
And then on the fourth day, he would have actually then started. He would have found the energy to start doing stuff again.
okay. So on your way out of the hotel on the 4th day, Luthu comes back to you, and it seems like he's running back from the caves.
Oh,
He's
hi, Luther.
he's like, "Arr, arr," and he's like rolling a rock around like he's playing with like a ball. He's like rolling the rock. And then he rolls it and flips it over, and it looks like the rock you saw before. It's just kind of flicking its little pebble feet.
Oh. I don't think that's meant to be. I don't think it's meant to be like that, Luther. I think move to the side. Just shoves him very gently over to the sides together, and then just kind of puts his hand on the feet of this creature and just tilts it forward so it ends up back on his feet. Oh, you're a Pokemon as well. Hello.
And then he starts.
What are you?
He starts doing the dance that you saw earlier, and it seems like. Actually, roll me a intuition.
An intuition. Hey, I've got a +2 in this and 3. Okay, tray. That's an 11 sound.
This seems to be the rock and roller that you've seen before. The one that was just kind of standing in place, kind of almost rocking back and forth, walking, dancing, but not really dancing. It just looked like it was just.
I'm so sorry, but rock and roll is just way too close to rock and roll.
I know.
So unfortunately, it's now going to be called rock and roll to me.
Well, it
so
looks like a speaker, so that's.
So this rock and roll. Didn't I see you before somewhere?
Rock and roll that. He kind of just spins on one foot and lands again, and just kind of back to doing the.
I look at Luthu, who's just who imagine is now just snuffling around this creature. Did you find this fella all by yourself?
Zigzag! And he starts running around your foot.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I know. Fine. Get up on my shoulder if you want to. Would you? Would you like a?
Zig?
You keep me going. You do.
He licks you.
Do you want to join me? I'm looking at the rock and roller. Would you like to come on a journey? I've got a couple of other friends.
He spins on his foot. Rock and roller.
Okay, I will take that as a yes. And I'll just pull out a Pokeball and just go.
Ding. Shakes in your hand, but yes, you now have a rock and roller.
Yay!
Yay! Zigzag!
I just give Luther a scratch.
Right, we're in the town. All right. About this time, I will say you get a call from your friends. Because even though they said they didn't mention that they were calling you, I will say you get a call from them.
Okay.
Echo.
Yo, what's up?
This'll technically be back when you guys were in the caves. You have just arrived to Doug. And you've decided you needed to let Adolfin know that you just showed up there. Well, technically, at the 3 days. Sorry, that's right. But then, yeah, 2 days have gone by since then. You probably should... It's probably... Because this is about the time where you were coming back from Doug. You need... you have decided to... Because it might take a little bit longer than you thought... you probably call to let Adolfin know that it might be a little more time. And if you wish to let him know what's happened while you were there, so yeah.
Yeah, I give a brief rundown of what the hell just happened in all caps.
You texted him.
In all caps. You read the message of we defend town, defeat people. And then either a mistype or stun, but it roughly translates to new Pokemon.
That's what you get. Basically a message that says they defended a town, you don't know from what, that he caught some new Pokemon, or that they caught some new Pokemon, and that they are on their way back. But it could take a little extra time.
And this is in all caps, by the way.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Adolfin just simply responds with, "Okay."
All right. So, essentially, after what'll end up happening after that text, that was after the third. That was on the third. That was on the fourth day. You will be here still waiting for them for 5 more days.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. The day out was a bit sort of like okay, that was it for Adolfin. He does go back and then sleeps then again basically for another day. So the day after he does go out again.
Okay.
Has a wander around, and then just he looks at a cave and then just decides to wander into it.
Awesome. All right. It takes you a little while, but you manage to, at the end of the cave, because it seems to get almost dark, but before it gets dark, you can see a bright light shining through the ceiling way down the hallway. And it shows that there seems to be a little, almost like a cave-in, but on the floor of the cave is a bunch of sand.
And is the light shining down on the sand?
Yeah, it's kind of illuminating the whole room. It's like, I guess the room is technically, it's like a 30 by 40. So it's a pretty big room, and the cave-in is almost the same kind of width. But all the sand is kind of blowing in from up top into there, and it's just kind of like, but also blowing out at the same time. Because not all of the sand that's in there, you know.
Adolfin will crouch down and just sort of run his hand through the sand and just pick it up and let it run through his fingers.
Okay. As you look up, because I saw you kind of look up there. As you look up, you see what looks to be a cactus kind of get blown in from above, almost like tumbleweed style. And it just falls down on the sand, and you hear, "Ah!"
Oh dear. Wait, I know what you are. I've seen you before. That training program. What on earth was that thing called?
And you hear him say, Cacnea!
That's it. That's what you are. That's what you are. Oh, did you get blown up from down there?
Cacnea, yeah. And he's like a little dizzy.
Oh, come here. And Adelfin goes over to the Cacnea and tries to pick it up, and then realizes, and then goes to pick it up, and gets stabbed by a whole bunch of spines because he forgets that it's cactus.
Yeah. So Cacnea has an ability called Iron. Well, I think it's Iron Barbs, or something like that. Basically, it's an ability that makes anytime you attack it with a melee attack, or basically in this case you full on hugged it, you take a tick of HP damage.
Oops.
Yeah. So by I think it should be, where would it be? On your combat sheet. Or no, not on your combat sheet. It would be on your trainer thing, I think.
Yeah, don't quite know why I've got 6 ticks and current HP of 38, but whatever.
Oh yeah, so so 6 ticks. 6 is the that's a tenth of your HP. So anytime something says you take a tick of damage,
oh right,
you take that 6 damage. Or if it says you take 2 ticks, you take then 6 twice. You know, so yeah. So yeah, you take you said 6 was your tick?
Yeah.
So you take 6 damage. Undefendable. You can't. You don't get any defense to that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not quite sure why I have 38 HP, but.
It's based on your HP stat.
Yeah, which is 62.
So you probably took damage before. I'll say you've healed that up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll take a damage then, right?
Yep, that's fine.
56.
Yeah. She just kind of pricks you as you hug him, and he gets happy from that. He's like, because not a lot of things hug him. He's like, yeah, Cacnea, and he tries to hug you again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you're a cactus. Ew. So looks at his hand, sees the blood soaking out. Like, oh, I'll have to fix that later. Do you want to go back up there?
Cacnea. As he
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't pick you up. Do you mind just riding around in the Pokeball for a little bit?
Cacnea?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to capture you or take you. I just need a way to transport you without actually having to hug you or pick you up, because I'm going to hurt if I do that.
Cacnea.
I don't have gloves.
And he just gets all happy and he's like, okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Pull out another Pokeball.
You catch a Cacnea.
Well, that depends upon the Cacnea.
Yeah.
That depends upon Cacnea, because once I go outside... Well, actually, I technically can't capture this Cacnea because I have no Pokeballs.
I'll say if you want to,
not.
because there is a mart here. If you wanted to buy some Pokeballs, you could.
Yeah. How much do Pokeballs cost?
I think they're 100. I think they're 200, right?
Yeah.
If you go to inventory and you go to Pokeballs and accessories, they're the basic balls. They're 250 each.
Yeah, I know. I ain't got any fucking money for that.
Okay. Yeah, he just.
So no, I will not be capturing this Pokemon.
I guess in this case, he'll just kind of be following you around then.
That's fine. He can follow me out, and I'll tell him to follow me out of the cave.
In which case, I think I'll say you already used a Pokeball to catch the one, so we'll give you the freebie for the Rock and Rolla. So.
No, that's fine.
Unless you want a Rock and Rolla to follow you around too.
No, Luthu's already following me around.
Oh
so
yeah,
no.
He's rolling it around. So yeah, true. Luthu's just rolling the Rock and Rolla around.
No, no. We'll play this. We'll play this as the game is meant to be played. So no, I won't. I won't have any. I won't have any Pokeballs. So this Cacnea, if this Cacnea wants to, this Cacnea can follow me out.
Okay.
And I will. And then I will go. You're out. I don't know how to get you up there, but you're out of the cave at least. So. And then if it wants to stick around, it's then then it's.
I think Cacnea will like kind of waddle out and be like, turns around, and looks back at you. He's like, Cacnea, and he goes to like try and go and hug you.
I'm like, no, okay, no. I will hurt if you do that. Well, if you want to come along, you can.
He looks at his he looks at his arms, and he just kind of like, because I always imagine like it's like, because they actually did this in the show. There's a Pokemon called Sharkpedo. You know, sharks have that like if you pet them the wrong way, it actually cuts you, but if you pet them the other way, it's actually, yeah, sharks. They have that. Well, like if you try to,
Sharks.
Yes. They have, it's like wood grain. It's like it's soft one way, rough the other way. Sharks have that kind of skin. I kind of in the Pokemon series, they show that a shark that was liked, or that the shark that liked them, they were able to pet them without being hurt. So I will say, in this case, since the Cacnea likes you now, he then looks at his arms and realizes what he did, and he kind of, in a way, he retracts the needles on his arms. And he taps you to show that he's not hurting you anymore.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's called
rough skin.
Yeah, no, we had a slight
Jump from shark to desert to water. Yeah.
No. When you said shark, I was actually thinking of a real world shark.
Oh, yeah,
like, you can't pet real world sharks.
Yeah, you can. I've seen videos of it.
Well, but they don't. Never mind.
But yes, sharks in real life have that kind of skin where if it's one way, it's.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
You actually, it's like it hurts brushing your hand up one way, but if you do it the other way, it's nice and soft, and like silk, and like a smoothie touch. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, then the Elefant will pick up the Cacnea. And try and figure out a way to climb up a sheer cliff wall to put the Cacnea back where it lives. That's what he's now going to do.
Okay.
He's going to do that first. He's going to look at the wall and go, I can't climb that.
Well, if you really wanted to, you do remember you are an elf. You have psychic abilities.
I do know this. And then what he's going to do, he's going to go, hang on a minute. He puts Cacnea down again. Right. Well,
Heck yeah.
Hold on a moment. Let me just try something. And he just stands away from the Cacnea and basically uses telekinetic in order to pick up the Cacnea.
Ooh.
How tall is this wall? Actually, no. He's not going to use telekinetic. He's going to use telekinesis.
Okay,
which is a new ability he has learned.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, telekinesis. I think that was telekinetic was the one you were using before, right? Telekinesis is.
Telekinetic is the one which basically just moves things around. Mm-hmm. Telekinesis. The target becomes lifted. While lifted, they gain the levitate ability, are slowed, and lose all movement capabilities except for the levitate 4, granted by levitate, reduced to 2 by the slow condition. While lifted, the user, me, may not apply any evasion bonuses to determine whether they are hit, but it's all combat stuff. But yeah, they gain the levitate ability. So Cacnea right now has the levitate ability.
Nice. Also, Schoolie brought up a good point.
Yes, thank you, Schoolie. Yes, got into that mode.
So yeah, as you kind of lift Cacnea into the air, and kind of lift him up towards the crack in the ceiling, I'd say it's a good, like, you said levitate 4, and I was like 1 meter, not to that of an actual feet, but like I think 1 meter was 3 feet, so I'm just gonna go 1 meter is actually 5 feet in the sense of a square. You know, like in D&D, it's one movement a square is 5 feet kind of thing. Yeah.
Sure.
So I'd say it's about probably 30 feet in 30 feet in the air. So you bring him about 20 feet up, and then you bring him the last 10. You manage to bring him over the ledge, and Cacnea's just like Cacnea, like he's like
Right.
dancing with his little cactus arms.
Oh, enjoy yourself.
Cacnea, and then he sticks out his arms and rolls away.
I'll wander back into the town. Yeah, and actually, yes. Thank you, Scully. I did forget about that. I will actually now take the opportunity to explore the village with this dowsing rod.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. Actually, I forgot I have that in Fantasy Grounds now. Oh wait, it's a table. There we go. Pickup. All right, go ahead and roll me a d20.
D20. Where's my thing? There's my thing. Bing. A 10. Big
Okay.
old 10.
While in the town, you managed to find a berry bush.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I want to. Let's see. I gotta go find the berries. Oops.
Quick question: was it Echo that had the plot?
I think you had it, didn't you?
Was that me?
The berry plot, the berry planter.
Yeah,
I think
you have it.
I've got it. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the items you got donated for the channel points.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Then I will. So well,
I think that's
case,
why.
great.
I think that's why you were gonna try and get Green Thumb.
Yes. No, great. That's fantastic. Then I will. What would that be? An item?
That would be a yeah. I'm gonna roll d6 for tier. One, two. Okay. So I need to find. I should have done tier 1, tier 2. I'm gonna open that quick. Sorry.
I don't know what type of item the berry planter is, but
It should be a equipment or something, I think. It's called a portable grower or something. Here, if I portable grower / berry planter. If you just type in grow and just leave the category as blank, it should show up.
yeah, I'm not sure what type it's going to be because I'm not finding it.
Let me find it for you.
No, if you don't, it's not under type. If you just leave all of them blank and type in the search grow.
Yeah,
it shows
no,
up.
no. In the inventory, you got several different types of items.
Oh, key item.
That's what I meant. Just found it. It's key items. It's under key items. Portable
Sorry.
grower.
Yep. Okay, sorry about that.
No,
I know
it's
what
no,
you're talking about now.
okay.
So.
It's all
Alright,
good. It's all good.
tabletop,
I
folder.
wasn't explaining it very well. So in that case,
Let's do-
because I'm going to, I will pick the berry bush for as many berries as possible,
Okay.
and use one or more of those berries in the portable grower.
Sounds good. I'm just trying to find the berry list right now. Oops, it would be down here. There we go. Okay. Tier 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. So I'm gonna roll a d20. 14. Okay. You find a berry full of. They're called jaboca berries. It is spelled Jaboca. And you find
A
3 of them.
3.
Yep.
I will use. Oh shit, that's tier 2. Fuck. Oh well.
Yep. Sorry, yep, I rolled to see which tier it was.
No, that's fine.
Alright, but
Oh,
you have
pickles
3
me.
of them. Alright. Okay.
And then, I mean, this will probably take another full day for Adolfin, knowing his current mindset. So he'll then spend. So the next day, he'll actually actively search for something. Sorry, excuse me, game mechanics because I don't know the game. I don't know the
you're
tiers
good.
in this. What I'm looking for. So excuse the game mechanics talk here, but he will look for tier 1 berries.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
Oh shit. Okay.
You can get help with your Pokemon too, so. Because your Pokemon
Oh, I
have
will definitely
stats
do
as
that
well.
then. Like,
Yeah. If your Pokemon have any survival, otherwise your Pokemon can aid you, and I will add another. If they succeed on theirs, like I will say a D20 check. I will add.
how do I know?
2 more.
How do I know if they have survival?
So on their sheet, I'm just gonna go to one of my random ones.
The
Down at the
abilities.
bottom, it says Pokemon skills. Down at the bottom of the page to the right.
Yep. Found it. Thank you. No, he doesn't. Luther definitely doesn't. Trick doesn't either. Bitey doesn't. Oh yeah. Flying Rat doesn't.
Flying rat.
None of them do. Great.
Okay, so just roll me a d20, and above a 10, I will give you an additional 1d6.
Yay.
Cool. Yep. So you add one more d6 to your survival check.
Oh wow, shit,
Damn.
that was a good roll.
Yeah,
Bloody
you
hell.
definitely find a berry bush of tier 1. Roll me a. Hang on, let me find out how many berries are in the tier 1 quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Alright, roll me a d12.
D12. Hang on a minute. That was a D20. Here's a D12. 9.
Alright. 12. 9. Alright, you find a bush full of. Oh, you find one bulk berry.
And what?
It's called a blackberry. B-L-U-K.
Oh.
Like,
Blackberry.
like blackberry, but bluck.
Okay. Beauty puffin ingredient. No idea what that is, but sure. And then I will just simply use that in order to, and then plant it in the grow thing that I've got.
Sweet. Yeah, you go ahead and open the container. It's got like a little glass dome on it, and I forgot how big these actually are, but I think to grow like for that size, it's like these bushes out in the world are kind of big, but the berry planter is able to make the tree be a bit smaller, so you get the amount that you need to grow on a smaller tree. So yeah, so you plant the berry in the tree planter. Nice.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
So, and basically, Edelfin will probably spend the next however many days, which I think is now only 2, waiting for everybody to go back, and we'll use his item finder to every day.
Okay. So
he
if
gets.
there's 2 days left, well, on the first day that you came back and found the bush, or you found the first set of bush, and then you kind of went and looked to see if you could find some tier 1s on that same day. As you turn around, Um, make me a perception check.
My perception is shit. Why are you getting me to do this?
It's not hard. Trust me. I'm just. This is for fun.
Genuinely, my perception is shit. It's only 2 dice. 9 is alright.
Yeah, you turn around, trying to find some of these bushes, or trying to find these tier 1 bushes, and you see trying to camouflage in a bush, a little cactus. He's like closing his eyes and just kind of putting his arms up in the bush, and just
What are you doing?
Cactia? Cactia.
I can see you.
Cactia. Cactia. And he goes, tries to hug your leg, because he's like, he wants to be with you.
Oh, you're the same one. Okay. Okay. Fine.
But you don't get hurt because, yeah, he
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Then, if you want to come with, you can. You just. Okay. You don't need to be around my leg.
Cactia.
Like trying to pull a child's arms off a parent's legs.
It's very easy because you can't really hang on to anything. It's the stubs.
Okay. Well, if you want to come along, you can, but I don't have a Pokeball for you. So until I get one, you can hang around.
Cactia.
Okay.
All right. You just he kind of just rolls around on the ground after you. Says you don't really want him on your shoulder or anything because he is big for a little cactus. They
He
pretty
is
big. Yeah.
So now this is a question. How many Pokemon are you allowed just in general?
In a team, you're allowed 6 Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. From now on out, 4, 5, yes. From now on, any other Pokemon that decides to want to make its home with me, that's why I would not be able to capture them because I now at full 6.
Okay. So in this case, I will explain to you. In the games, they have something called they have a PC. You can always store Pokemon, and essentially how like Pokeballs store Pokemon in them via energy. You can store Pokemon via energy inside the internet.
Weird all this is, but
Yeah. I mean that's in the games too. There's a little box called the PC. When you catch more than your own team, yeah.
I'm very much aware of this. It's
Yeah.
just the whole world building thing is fucking weird.
So, if you ever do catch more than what you have, if you want to swap out with anything what you just caught, you have to choose one on your team that gets essentially like wirelessly gets sent to the box, and it's like the whole Pokeball and everything gets sent in there. Yeah, it's called someone's PC. You don't know because you haven't met them yet. But yes. However, and then yeah, if you catch a Pokemon and you don't have room on your team, but you don't want the one you caught, so if you want to add, catch Pokemon just for Dex XP, then that Pokemon you just caught will then get sent to the box. And at any point in time, if you want to switch out Pokemon because of some, like, maybe that Pokemon is good against let's say you want to go do a gym. If this Pokemon, like, let's say you have all grass types and you need a fire type and you caught a fire type, you'll have to go back to town to the Pokemon Center. Unless you buy, in this world, it's called I'm just doing like a portable PC. Like a laptop, I guess. If you buy a laptop, you can then it's out in the world use it like a PC and swap yourself.
It's fine. I'm just letting you know that I now at a full 6. So if any other Pokemon decides to take a fancy to me for some strange, stupid reason, instead of me actually actively capturing it,
well, technically,
I'll let you figure out how it disappears.
Yeah. Well, technically, because you don't have Luthu in a Pokeball, so technically Luthu isn't actually a part of your team, even though you own them as your starter. So in that case, I'm saying that's fine, because you know that you want them on your team, so yeah. But the Cacnea you now have, and the Roggenrola, They're just following you around. They're technically not in your team right now until you catch them.
Oh no, Rock and Roller is
Okay.
actually in.
Oh, you had a
is actually
Pokeball for
in
that?
the-
Okay.
I had one.
Got
I had
ooh,
one.
nice.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the
so yeah, the
Rock and Roller is
Cacnea-
definitely in there. But...
Cacnea is just following you around, and if something else does, then
End up
It's
with
just-
this
yeah.
troop of Pokemon following me.
it's freaking mystery
All right.
dungeon all over
And
again.
enough of Edelfin, because Edelfin's been holding up a lot of spotlight.
I know, sorry. I just wanted to do those last 2 days because you said you wanted to roll for pickup on those two.
Oh
So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me another pickup. So roll me another
It's a
d20. Yep.
20. 14. And
Nice.
I'll roll the second one while the other one's doing it. While you're doing with that one, this is a new day. 6.
Okay, so you get on the 14, you get a status / healing item. So I'm gonna say you get a super potion with that,
Okay.
which is a good healing item. I think it heals like 50 HP instead of 20.
35.
And 35. Oh, okay. And the 6 you rolled, you get an X item, which is basically a combat stat item increase. And I will say, let's see, there's 6 stats, so I'm gonna go. Well, there's tech. Oh yeah, I guess with the die hit. Okay. So you get an X attack, which is you use it on your Pokemon, and it'll give your Pokemon a +1 combat stage to attack, and it'll last the whole encounter.
So what's it called?
It's called X. Well, in I think in the PTU they're not called X attacks. They're called boosters. So if you go to inventory and you go to Pokemon items, or no,
it's
they're
attack booster.
attack booster. Yeah. Yep.
+1 combat stage.
To attack. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. See, those are the two. And I will say on the last day before they show up, while you're searching out, while you're taking out your dowsing rods, they actually magnetize and pull to something as you walk past it, and it just kind of points near the floor, to kind of near the rocks. And you find, because we got to do this because we talked about this. We won't take too much longer though on that. You find another Pokemon just kind of like on the ground, very small. Sorry.
God.
And yeah, it's a little. This one looks different than all the rocks around it though. All the other ones kind of around you look a reddish, brownish tinge. This one's silver, and it's got some holes in it. Got a pair of blue eyes. Almost looks like it's wearing a shell.
Edelfin is just going to pick it up. 'Cause it's
I need a
pick it up.
strength check on that, or an athletics check on that one.
Okay.
Aaron is a heavy fuck.
Should I roll? Because I have a 1d6. Is it going to make any difference if I roll it?
Probably not. I think Aaron, for as small as it is, has a weight class of 4.
Yeah, no,
So
I rolled a
its weighs like I
No.
think Aaron. Hang on, let me find Aaron quick.
Well, I'm pretty sure a 5 is not going to be enough in order to
Yeah,
pick up what
is
is
not
essentially
going
a
to
massively
be.
dense Pokemon.
For sure not. Pokedex. This is gonna be funny.
The weight class of it, right?
Yeah. Well, also say how much it weighs in general.
Oh,
you got it.
yeah, Adelfin. Yeah, 132.3 pounds or 60 kilograms.
Ah, yeah, no, he ain't picking it up.
It's this thing is this big, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
No,
tiny.
so he thinks it's small. It's small enough for him to pick up. So he goes down, picks it up, and goes.
Actually, yeah, its height is 1 foot 4 inches, or
Goes
0.4
goes
meters.
down, gets two hands underneath it, tries to pick it up.
In fact, as you're
Can't
picking it
forget
up,
it.
trying to pick it up, it kind of just starts walking, and you're kind of like getting dragged with it almost. But then,
No, he likes to go. Ah, okay.
and then he hears you, and he goes like, "Aaron."
Oh, another Pokemon. Okay.
Another Pokemon.
Alright,
That's
alright,
awesome.
well. Hi, Pokemon. What are you?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay. Do you want to walk around with me as well? Is slightly exasperated now because of all the interactions he's had with Pokemon. He
Yeah.
gets to walk around with him.
He
So he just
kind
looks
of
at us, do you want to walk around with me as well?
He just turns.
You really don't have to. No, honestly, you really don't have to.
I guess this is a question for you. Do you want an Aeron? Because we were talking about this before. If you don't want him, then
No.
you don't want him. Okay. You'll have to
Consider
take
what?
You'll have to take him out of your
Considering
Pokedex then. So
That's fine, I'll take him out of the Pokedex.
okay.
it's
So which River, you'll have to take him out of your Dex too then. So okay. So yeah, Aaron just kind of goes about his way and just kind of keeps slowly walking down. And then you if you watch him go off, just kind of walk away. You see him, then all of a sudden he kind of starts charging. And he runs towards the wall. And he headbutts the wall, and some minerals come falling out of it.
Oh. We needed minerals or something, didn't we?
And then he starts eating them.
Oh. Oh, interesting. Huh. I need to get myself a notebook. And then Adelphin makes that now his task to go and find a notebook.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So, as you run home, back to the ship, or back to the city, you manage to go to the Pokemart. You get a notebook. I will say it's cheap. You don't need to pay it or anything.
Oh, great, cool, free,
Yeah,
free, fantastic.
Free notebooks. Well, actually, I'd say inside of your watch there'd be like a spot for like a note-taking thing too, so you could have like a kind of like a note page.
No. No.
Okay.
We're going actual notebook.
Okay, no problem.
Actual notebook pen, because that's how much of a fucking twat he is.
He's old school. I love it. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you go and get your book and notebook, paper, and not book. Sorry, you get your notebook and your pen. You head back to the ship and take your notes. And at this point,
Yeah.
yes, at this point, you hear outside of the ship, because it's like you're still kind of by the docks. You hear the oh, welcome back. Your ship's fine and dandy. We've been just kind of hanging out with your friend Adelphin over here for a little bit, but he's just kind of been, yeah. But yeah, you can definitely hear it sounds like your friends have come back.
Adelphin will come out to the ship. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi.
We are back.
Waves to Robert, Henry, and Echo.
Oh my god, we're so tired. We're gonna. But we also.
Adolf.
Hi, Echo. And actually, has Echo, has Adelphin met Henry yet? A quick question.
Actually, no. This. I was gonna bring that up because if we started back when, you would have met them, but you would have still like not really known much about them. So then you could have asked them. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
At
That's
this
fine.
interaction, yes, you would now see that they have someone new with them.
Okay. Well, because our dear player is not here, I will not roleplay that. Just save that for later.
Yeah.
Evan just sort of just waves. Hi. And then just sort of, and then kind of gets shoved aside by Cacnea, who just sort of appears
Cacnea.
beside him. Found some friends.
Cacnea.
Yeah.
Oh, I also found some friends here. Where is it? Oh yeah. Going to bring out the following. That is the wrong window. Echo is going to bring out a gullet, a shiny gullet,
Ooh,
and a shiny rock and roller.
nice.
Wow. Oh, you've got one the same as me. Well, not
Yeah.
quite the same.
Here we're on
Yes,
this.
as it turns out, my rock and roller is a rock steel type.
See, his rock and roll as it comes out, it has that same color sheen that the Aeron you saw, kind of
Hmm.
silverish. Um, but yeah, it's got the same red, like it's got that like red rock on top and the red feet, same of those, but the blue body is instead silver.
Ooh, how very interesting. Huh. And you see me, Echo. You see Elfin reach into the pocket, pulls out a quite neat journal and begins to write in it again. Then drops it away.
And also beat Obsidian my Golret. We had an encounter with a Golurk, and it has given us a Golret after Henry's persuasion.
Very
I
interesting. Very
near
interesting.
I nearly
Again.
well, I nearly became a what you humanoids call pancake.
That would have been problematic.
Yes, my artificial internals would not like that.
No, I don't think anybody would like that. Anyways, do you have a plan?
Oh
Well, I've been.
yes, Robert brings up we have to go and we have. He's like it's actually kind of urgent. We had a happening in Doug. Um, yeah, we
Oh,
yeah. Doug got attacked while we were there by a bunch of psychos.
oh dear.
Actually, there's one here. They actually I forgot they captured one. It's like, hey, what's up? And he actually has the. It's actually here. I will show you. Because I can look that up there. One second.
Yes, yes, they attacked the town, and Robert proceeded to what you call going ape mode.
Where are
Oh
they?
dear.
Oh, they're there.
Yes,
So they look like this.
Interesting.
Yeah, they got little blue goggles on. The like tannish, like hide, kind of keeps their skin off the sun or the sun off their skin and stuff like that. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, they call and he says they call themselves the the desert tusks. I guess they're bandits, psychos that live out in the desert.
Hmm. Interesting.
yes,
Um.
and along with that, they have captured Mr. Batoradite.
Oh. Do we know where Mr. Batorodite has gone?
Yes,
Um, yeah, the psycho here, this guy mentioned that their base is out in the Sea Oasis. We were actually gonna, I think we were gonna try and head out there when we got back, if that's alright with you.
No, please, yes. No,
Yeah,
we have to find out
we
what
did,
happened, Mr. Batorodite. Yes.
we did give him the crystals that we found on our way there because we did find a crap ton of crystals on the way.
Oh wow.
In fact, I was able to take some of those and turn them into a stone for Echo here. Yeah, he that EV that he caught. Remember when we were protecting the town for bats?
No, I'm
You
sorry. I
you were
don't.
here.
I was.
Oh yeah, you were actually here for that, but you were on the other side of town with Arya, helping out.
Mhm.
Here.
well,
But yeah. So
hold up. Let me bring Nova out. All right, Nova, come on out. And then as when fuck, why in the world my brain is going it's going downhill? Why?
how good.
When you probably met Nova once or twice, and they were like this a bat looking Eevee. Instead of a bat looking Eevee, it's a bat looking ghost.
So
And
it's a
Wow.
bat ghost. That's a
yeah,
it kind of looks like, so you know what Eevee looks like, and you've seen like Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon.
Yeah, I've seen all them.
There's no ghost type normally, but in the PTU on the Porygon Dream and Mareep, I don't have a picture of them like to bring out for oh actually I do. Sorry, that is a thing I can do because I made a PNG file of them, so I can bring that up as well. Sorry, give me one sec. Although the picture might be kind of small.
if
Player
if you have
characters.
that picture, can you send it over though?
Yeah, I'll do that quick. Oops, yeah, it is really tiny, but yeah. Sorry, there we go.
That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, so it's an Eevee, but it's all ghostly and stuff, and it has a pair of bat wings because this one's a flying type instead of just ghost. Because when they caught them, they were both shiny, so they were both flying type Eevees, but one got turned into a normal dark, and that was the one that Robert caught. The normal flying one Echo caught, and he evolved it into a ghost flying Eevee now. So it looks like this, except it also looks like it has a pair of bat wings, but still that kind of smoky look.
It still looks fucking terrifying, to be honest.
But as Nova gone out, looks at Adelphin, recognizes Adelphin, and it's just floats towards him, and it's just kind of just nudges him, being all cuddly and whatnot.
So there's a cuddly purple cloud that just kind of kind of nudges you and tries
This is
to
odd.
nuzzle you.
This is very odd. Okay. Alright.
Also, I can do this, and then
Oh yeah.
I don't think you have seen this at all. So
If it's what I think you're gonna do, yeah, I mentioned to Edward that, or to Adelphin that when they were in the, is this what happened when you were in the hot tub?
yes,
Yeah. So you had your eyes closed at this point, Adelphin, because you were just relaxing. So yeah, you hadn't seen.
I was
this.
out of it, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah.
like immediately, Echo just disappears. Oh.
Okay. That's new.
And then second later, Echo appears right next to Adelphin, just
And
Oh.
if you do that, Elephant throws up his hand, and this shimmering barrier appears
Whoa.
right in front of him, between you and me.
oh, that's new.
Ha! Yeah, that is new.
Yes, and
Adelphin's
also,
like new stuff about
also
himself.
I have learned that I also can produce heat as well, not fire type heat, more like a how do you humans call it? It's more of a very a warm blanket.
Like a heat blanket, yeah.
Hmm. So,
Forgot-
just so you're aware, that actually was genuinely because I was upgrading my character during the intro.
Yeah.
That is an actual ability called barrier.
Yeah. I thought it was. I think it's a move, right?
It is.
I think it does something else in the PTU, but I think it also increases your defense combat stage, doesn't it?
Nope. And
Oh,
nope.
okay.
Creates a barrier of psychic energy.
Oh,
The user places
yeah.
4 segments of barrier. Each segment must be continuous with another barrier, and at least one must be adjacent to the user.
You can Mr.
These
Mime
barriers
now.
count as these barriers count as blocking terrain, and lasts until the end of the encounter or until they are destroyed. So obviously,
Nice.
they would then end pretty
You
soon
create
afterwards.
invisible walls. I love it.
Each barrier. Well, no, these are actually blocking terrain, so I don't
Well,
see
yeah.
them as.
Well, it's like, yeah, you don't see visible. It's the whole Mr. Mime thing. Like, he puts up a wall, and you just
Yeah,
can't get
okay,
through.
I suppose each barrier segment is 2 meters tall.
Wow.
1 meter. Yeah, these things are tall. 1 meter wide and 2 centimeters thick. And they also have hit points as well, so they
Okay.
can take damage.
That's cool. All right. So then, yeah, as everyone's kind of learning what everybody can do, all the Pokemon they've seen, you have a little bit of free time. I think, River, I don't remember or Echo, I don't remember if you had bought anything when you were in town before, or if you had just left. But if there's anything you want to buy right now, you can.
Scrap.
Since you're in town. They might not have scrap at the mart, but yeah. Scrap. You can turn things into scrap.
What kind of?
Things like, I mean, I don't know, machine stuff like TMs, because it's a machine, technically still like a CD. You can get scrap from like a.
I'm not scrapping a.
Yeah, I'm just saying things like made of metal you can scrap and turn into scrap if you wanna.
I'm
yeah.
not doing anything like that.
Okay.
I just wanna keep time.
So we will then,
Break.
yeah, we'll take a break because I've been wanting to get to that part at least before we took our break. But yes, we will go take a break, and when we come back, I'll do a quick like recap of what happened in between this city and the next, and then we will just start from where Adolphin and Echo came back after Robert and Henry had left on the boat. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Just take some, go bathroom break or get some food, drink. We're all gonna get our drink. So don't go away. We'll be right back. welcome back, everyone. Um, we're gonna just do a little recap really quick. After after the group had gotten back to Adolphin and taken maybe just a tiny bit of rest while Echo had begun piloting the ship to leave the town of Kern. Um, they ended up flying on their way to try and catch up with the desert psychos known as the desert, or the psychos known as the desert tusks. Being led by the psycho that they had captured, they started making their way towards the city known as the what was it, the Sandy Ridge. Oh, yeah, Sandy Ridge, which is a desert city that somewhat resembles Tortuga. And it exists on the edge of the Sandy Oasis, which is basically one giant sandbar with some water in it. However, on the way, they managed to somehow instantly show up over the town, seeing that they had exited a white light that then disappeared. And off the horizon, they managed to see the psychos, so they landed into the town, left their ship with Adolphin and Echo in charge, and Robert and Henry had taken off on a boat with the psycho in order to catch up to go save Bertordite. And then with that, we come back to Adolphin and Echo.
Adolphin will look to Echo and say, "Should we really leave them to go off by themselves?"
Well, they told me to stay behind because they think they could deal with it, but I think they.
I will bring up the one thing is I had Echo say when you had left before last time on the break, you said that you would catch up with them. I don't know if you actually want to or not. That is up to you. But they basically were like, okay, if you're gonna catch up with us later, then we'll go find them first, and then you can essentially track them with because you kind of have a friend, you kind of friends with each other on your Poke Watches now, so you could easily find where they went. So
Okay. All right then.
Sorry,
You good?
he was
Yeah.
rewinding.
I was just retracting what I said.
Yeah.
Well, I did say I'll catch up with them because there's a few things I need to do. Oh yes. Do you have any potions by chance?
Yes. What do you need?
Oh, I was asking. How many potions do you have?
Well, and he just and then Adolphin just sort of reaches into the potion. Well, I've got these three. Just plunks down 3 potions on the table, and I found this one too, and just pulls out another one with just slightly different color.
The
Just
super potion.
So a super potion and three ordinary potions.
You can see, with the, Echo, just start ordering stuff and have it teleported and whatnot, grab the materials, mix them together, putting everything together and whatnot, and then offers 2, potions to you. So now you have 5 regular potions and 1 super potion. Oh, well, not
Oh.
super potion, but you got now have 5.
So yeah,
So-
you see Echo kind of pull out a bunch of parts, and he just kind of using some material he had found and some liquid from maybe he managed to make a solution using some for the potion that he had from his other ones. But he managed to build and create a potion for you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. How long does it take a blackberry bush to grow?
That part, I think it
It takes
says
about 2 days.
2 days. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it says on the PTU core book.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So then
Cool.
probably the bush is probably grown by now,
Yeah, you
or
have
at
a
least
fully
is
grown bush.
almost done.
Yes, it takes about 2 days for the plant to mature. After becoming mature, the plant's caretaker should roll the plant's yield roll every day. And since this is a berry we are talking about,
Yep.
you have to roll a 1d3 minus 1.
1d3
And that,
minus 1.
yeah, but since this is a portable grower, it has a +1 instead. So
So it's just 1d3.
yeah, 23. Yep.
So I
And if
guess,
you want
yeah.
to increase that, you could buy a mulch to temporarily increase the soil quality.
Nah, just go with it.
Okay, so, yeah.
Ooh, 1.
Yeah, you get 1 yield today of a
That's fine.
blackberry.
There's 1 blackberry, which is used to make a beauty puffin.
Henry
Whatever the
would
fuck that is.
absolutely love that.
Okay, well, let's just I've got this. Good.
Yes. Since I got done crafting this and other did little chores here and there, I think I am ready to go to find them. Let's hope they didn't get themselves into any sort of shenanigans.
Well, let's hope they haven't. Let's get on with it then.
All right, as you leave the ship to go and go into town, once again, yes, the town, the inside, it basically looks like a sandy. It's hard to explain. Like, there's no roads. It's more like a sandy outpost, where it almost looks like buildings, like buildings of wood, and like you could say it almost looks like it's like a western town, like where it's just kind of like it's just rows of buildings and like another row of buildings on the other side, so it's like columns. It's all straight and narrow roads, kind of. But it's all made of wood. It's very sandy, so it's kind of like almost like dunes, kind of and stuff still. But as you go to the other side of town, where the docks are, where the kind of boats are, Echo, you hear a familiar voice, and it sounds like, well, you hear. Here's basically what you hear. You hear, I need to get out to that over there. I'm trying to remember what he sounds like. He's like, oh, So he says, I need to get out into that sandy oasis, or that sea oasis. Trying to get to the sorry. He's basically, you hear him say he's trying to get out to the sea oasis so he can go find the psychos, so he can save someone that has been kidnapped. And then he mentions, he's like, now I need to commandeer one of these just for a bit. Yeah, I'm the sheriff. So you hear him say he's the sheriff. Adolfin, you've never met this guy. But you see him kind of at the end, and he looks like this stout dwarven man with a basic cowboy getup. He's got the big, like the 10-gallon hat. He's got the little cuffs. And yeah, he's got a big yellow beard, big yellow eyebrows. Echo, you've seen him before.
Yeah. Echo just walks walks up to the sheriff at a respectful distance and says, "Well, looks like we have meat again, Mr. Sheriff Man."
He's like, do I know? Wait a minute, I do know you. I don't know you, but I know you. How? How? You were in. He's just
well,
like, 2 days ago you were in.
We flown by ship, and it just points at the ship.
It's. He's like, it still takes about like 4 days though by ship.
There apparently we went through a warp or something like that, and we ended up cutting time by a lot. So
You guys went through a what? Anyway, no.
warp.
Honestly, don't try and figure it out. It's really not a point.
I
It's
wasn't
very
planning on it.
strange.
Well, anyway, what are you guys doing here?
Well, since Mr. Bertordine has been ever so kind to us, we all of us want to save them from the psychos. But two of our party recently went off to scout or to save them, but they haven't come back in some time.
We might need to save your friends as well.
Wonderful.
Did they know about the geysers going in?
Echo would kind of just go, "Oh. Oh no. Oh boy. I don't think they know."
Well, yep. You guys come with me. Since you're here, you might as well help me. And he says, yeah, we're gonna need a big boat. And he's like, okay, Mr. Sheriff, here you are, and here's the keys. Just please bring it back in one piece. He's like, I will try my best. It all depends on how they act. Not you guys. The psychos. You know. Kind of sand ruffians. So, we'll see. How well are you guys at combat? Before I go in? Before we go?
But skill of combat?
If your friends are captured as well, we might need to get rough.
Oh.
Well,
I
it's
thought you meant the skill as
No.
combat skill. I was like, not that great. Alright, never mind. Well, we did have an encounter with them bandits last time, and we did have fought a few battles with wild Pokemon. I say we are quite equipped to deal with situations like that.
Okay.
yeah,
You?
maybe. Well, I can. I generally prefer not to be fighting. It's much easier, actually.
Do you find yourself more of a sneaky type?
I find myself more of a talkative type.
Okay.
I do.
They don't talk much, but I will. Okay, here. How about this as a plan? I will go in, guns blazing, get as much of their attention as possible. You go in when they're not looking, and you try and get your friends.
Alright.
If you want to kill yourself, kill. That sounds perfectly fine, but I suggest that we don't do that. If you want to live.
What do you suggest? We gotta still go get them.
Do we know how many people there are? Do we know how big this camp is? Do we know what sort of defenses there are? Do you have any information apart from that?
Yes, so they are ones that live out here. They basically, up until now, for some reason, they have just been keeping to themselves. We do know that if people ever get lost out here, they kind of take them in, recruit them, help them stay alive.
But do you know how many they are?
A lot. Um, River
Well, I
or Echo,
could.
you know how many showed up when you guys were fighting them? There were like
I think it was
9.
about.
There was 12. Wait, yeah, 12 of them.
But we did take out a good amount of them while we are in the village. About a good 12 of them.
Okay, so you took out 12 of them in the village. Um, that's 12 who are not here. How many are here?
This is their base. We're going to. So a lot more than 12.
Okay. And you want to go in guns
Uh,
blazing?
I could definitely sneak
If we
in.
can
I mean,
talk to them, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. 'Cause normally they're just kind of they keep to themselves, so maybe they'll talk. Um,
Well, I have
we could also try
certain
and wrangle up some
abilities
Pokemon. Yeah,
that might help.
you're not used to this, that kind of thing, are you?
Is it
That
that
look says
obvious?
this like that look says yes. You're not. Um, I could tell though that you're worried about your friends. So,
Well,
he said,
I'm
"Well,
more
okay,
I'm more concerned about the fact that, if you go in guns blazing, then potentially all of us will die.
okay, no guns blazing. I'm not saying I will die or any of us will die. In fact, I've dealt with this kind of situation before. I've had to deal with these guys a couple of times, but normally it's just kind of one at a time. Well, not one at a time, but like I don't know how to explain it. There's like how do I explain this? Okay,
I could
I've,
try to sneak in.
Adelphin is rapidly losing any kind of not respect, but he's like,
yeah,
what the fuck is this guy doing?
okay.
Mind if
I'll
I pipe up real quick? I could do this. Echo would just go invisible and then just post gone and then for a moment it reappears again. I could do that.
that'll be useful.
Yes.
Can you any of you guys? I mean, that was neat. I was not expecting that. Uh,
It's what you
tell you what.
get when
Okay,
you it's kind of what you get if you live on a graveyard planet for a majority of one's life.
you were living on Paphomia.
Yes. For about you could see Echo stops for a moment, goes about 50 years, 9 months, and 60 days. No,
You've been on that
20
planet
days.
how long? Well, long. Okay, you've been on that planet for that long. You must know Janice, right?
Yes. And apparently, what you fleshlings call, she flirted with me most of the time.
She what?
Apparently, she flirted with me or something. One point in time.
I can see that. There's not many people on Paphomia after all. Um. Okay, well, since you know her, um, I kind of have the same kind of status she does. I'm the champion here of Gilead.
What
I
is that?
she's the champion of Paphomia. She's the strongest person on that planet.
Oh,
Which me
not
being the
if
sheriff, me being the sheriff here is just a title. I'm actually the champion of Gilead. That's why I'm not too nervous about fighting these guys solo. In fact, I don't. It wouldn't just be me solo. I have Pokemon of my own. I don't know why I said I was going blazing by myself. As he then shows you his trusty steed. As he pulls out as he lets out this giant Pokemon of a horse called Mudsdale. He's like, this is my Mudsdale. It's just a giant horse that looks like those war horses, you know, that's like the Budweiser horses. I don't know if you know that, but
No, I ain't gonna fucking.
what are the type of war horses that are like they're like 3 or 4 times the size of a regular horse? They're like work horses, but Clydesdale, I think.
Let me look this up.
I think they're like a Clydesdale or something. I don't know. But they're basically like they're just giant horses. And yeah.
Apparently it is. It's just called a war horse, or
1 sec.
yeah. It's just
Well, okay. War horses are generally horses that were trained to be used in combat, so therefore actually doesn't really matter
Shire horse.
what type of horse they are. They just tend to be very, very large.
Oh no, I read the wrong thing. It's called a Destrier.
Destria.
Yeah, Destria.
Basically, yeah, that. I looked up biggest horses and it shows up Shire horse. So
Shire horses are work horses, not war
Yeah.
horses.
So yeah, this basically is a war horse or like a workhorse, but he's trained it to be able to withstand like desert and it can actually fight with him. So it's very muscular. It's just huge.
Must be extremely brave then. Like Shire horses are massive. They're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, for him being a dwarf, he looks tiny on this. So yeah, but he has the strength to get up on it. So this is what I'll be using to get across the sea. If you guys want to get in one of these boats that I got, we'll try our best to. Well, obviously we'll ward off things that, you know, like that get in our way. I can lead them away. You know, they might chase me on cars or their carts. But if we can get most of them away from the camp, you guys might be able to get them back, get in the boat, and get away scot-free, and then I'll just run off. Although I would like to find out why they're doing this, because like I said, normally they're kind of passive. They don't just they kind of just stay out here because they don't have any reason to go into town.
Would it be perhaps a good idea then to maybe capture one of these people?
That isn't a grunt.
I guess we could try. Maybe we'll find one that's not at the camp. I mean, I doubt everybody went and did these raids together. Or we might find someone from a different raid, because the one that I was chasing was the one that was from Doug, but there might have been someone from, heck, if someone went to Vegdarim, they might come back and we might catch them before they...
Do you know what this place looks like?
No, they kind of move around. It's a moving base. They just kind of set up camp.
Base.
So we kind of have to find them based on tracks that we end up finding later. So.
Well, I do have to state this. They did take a lot of crystals, so I assume that they want to do something with crystals. And Mr. Bitordite was had one of them terrarium farms, you know, a shake the ground, made crystals and all that other junk.
I did talk with Bitordite's parents, and yes, it seems like he has that terrarium farm, which is very nice. Yeah, it sounds like we would need to get him back so he could keep going with that. Otherwise, people might lose out on their crystals. Because it sounds like he was growing a bunch of different kinds, correct?
Yes, different kinds.
Gotcha. Well, tell you what. I think if we wanted to, we could wait here for another caravan to come through, and we could just try to take one of them because it's like obviously they were multiple different towns attacked. We can wait to see if someone comes through, and then we can try to take them. They can lead us to their base if they know the way, how they kind of recycle their way about going things. Maybe get a little information. What do you? That's why.
So-
That's the other plan.
Did you actually? Did you happen to see our friends come through?
No, because I got here after you guys, apparently.
Okay.
Roughly, they left about 20 minutes ago.
At this point, it probably would have been like, probably, because instead of going based on days, because I did have them roll 5 times for, like, day travel kind of thing, but it was all in the same day. So I would say 2 hours have probably gone by. Yeah.
Excuse me, not 10 to 20 minutes. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, a quick question. We have these communication devices. Are we able to call on them?
Yeah. Echo was texting you before, but yeah, you can call on them as well.
I'll call Robert.
Okay.
Ask him where he is,
Hey.
and you can wait.
Um,
Robert?
Hi. Everything good? We're
Yes, but we're following behind. Where are you?
we're following the tracks. We're close behind.
Where are
Wait,
the tracks?
Oh wait, I did say it takes about 24 hours on fill in. So there will if here I'll have him roll too because I think he'd actually have a pretty decent survival. I didn't get a chance to fully level him up yet for that kind of thing, but I will do that. Oh yeah, he says your friend said there were tracks. He checks around quick and he's like, actually, yeah, they're slowly filling in, but right there. And he sees like you can see like a bunch of different kind of interweaving back and forth tracks of boats and stuff, kind of seeping off because it's like a muddy fill. Like it'll slowly fill back up, but you know, right now it's still pretty okay to see.
Still talking to Robert. Found them. We'll follow on.
Okay, you might want to hurry. I think we've got. Oh shit! Ah! You hear Henry's like,
Robert?
oh, shit! Ah! And then you hear just a. And then you hear.
We need to move.
And you hear like,
Just
because it hasn't hung up yet, but you hear what sounds like a crunch and a flop, and then like a distant crunch flop, and but a little softer, and then you just hear what sounds like a machine like almost like a vehicle crashing,
Okay.
and then you don't hear anything.
Look at the sheriff. We need to go now.
Yeah, it sounds like they hit a geyser, but
Whatever that means, we need to go now.
Okay.
You've got a boat. Good. Let's
yes,
go.
let's go. Everyone in. He says, "Mudsdale,
Jump in.
return!" And he pulls them back in because they're just, yeah. I think at this point the boat's faster. The Mudsdale would be more for like, so it's like, you know, than like the typical train. Like if it's hard to walk through, he's easily be able to get through. But the boat is definitely faster and yeah, slicker to go over this. So yeah, he gets in the boat. Everybody in. And he gets on the
I'm
thing.
already in.
Yep. All right. As you guys jump in, he takes off. Just pulls away. All right. So we are going to do the same thing that Robert and Henry went through. We are going to roll 5 times for it'll still be in the same day, but we're going to roll 5 times for the for like a travel. Since they're on the water, I can actually play this song now. If it'll play. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's a little happier than what's going on, but that's fine. All right. So, tables. Planet travel.
You want to do
Okay.
for honors?
Yeah, someone roll. Yeah. Do you want to roll the first D20 at Elfin?
Sure. Arg.
15.
15.
All right. As he's driving on, he manages to see what almost looks like to be a slicker water, almost like it's got its own tiny, even though it's like not that deep, it's got its own kind of little current. He's like, everybody hold on, and he kind of turns into it, and you guys sense you're going a tiny bit faster. You go from now needing to roll 4 times to 3 times, so I need another one.
I'll do it. Have a 13, my friend.
13. All right. You managed to see a pair of, you were following tracks. So you managed to see, I will say, because you can actually see the tracks a little bit better now, because you got a little bit closer. You can actually see, instead of skis kind of going through the sand, it actually looks more like another boat. It's kind of got the same shape as yours. So if he starts driving through that, and I will do another one less. So I'm gonna say for those type of tracks, because I was thinking about making it Pokemon tracks, but in that case, since you guys are just trying to get there as quick as you can, I will make it more beneficial terrain. So I just need one more roll.
Do for
Sure.
honors, Adel.
14.
All right.
Wow.
So yeah, at this point, you definitely can see more tracks, and it seems like they're getting slower and clustered. So it seems like you're getting closer to where you need to be. He says, "I think we're getting close. We need to watch out for the geysers. So I'm gonna slow down, park somewhere, so we don't just get launched. Because it sounds like that's what happened to your friends. So he then parks the boat somewhere off on a, like somewhere nearby. But yes, at this point you can definitely see what looks to be kind of like almost like a guarded tent. Not like a guarded tent, but like a makeshift fence with tarps on it to kind of protect from sand and stuff. It's kind of on a bigger, like a sand, what are they called? It almost looks like another like a sandbar, but more of an island in a sense. So it's got a beach. It's got like the sand and stuff. So it's not underneath the water. But you managed to find a spot where you can kind of slowly move up onto land and get off onto the sand. And yes, you managed to quietly land without being noticed. And it looks like, from kind of where you were, it looks like it's fully around. I think there might be, from where you kind of drove away from, there was like a front gate with like a closed like metal like hatch kind of thing. But yes, everything is covered in tarp and like cloth and stuff like that to keep out the sand.
Okay.
All right.
Do we see our companions anywhere?
You do not. In fact, I will say where the tracks kind of led, you could see where their tracks were, like where their boat was, and then you see kind of like a hole in the ground, what looks to be like where a geyser would have shot out of.
Cool. And looks across to Echo. Any ideas, Echo?
Mr. GM man, can Echo
Yep.
see anything?
I will say, so this wall that you guys are looking around, like the fence with the turban, it's kind or with the cloth and the tarp. It's kind of it's like to protect from the sand that's blowing in. It's probably a good like 2 meters tall, like 2 or 3 meters tall. So like 3 or 4 squares. Basically, if you want to look over it, you'd have to climb up a little bit or see if you can get a view inside by like trying to look over it. But you can't just look over it from just standing where you are.
Huh. Uh, hmm. Oh, that.
You're really quiet, River.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking to myself for a moment.
Okay.
He says so. While you're thinking, he says to you at Adolphin, he's like, "Well, first, let's get introductions out of the way. I'm Roscoe Wheeler.
Adolphin.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I
Do
think
you
your
have
friends, if they got hit by a geyser and landed somewhere, they might have been brought inside. And I
Guessing
don't see
that
the
too.
boat anywhere. I don't see the boat or any rubble or anything anywhere. So they could have been actually launched inside of it.
That's quite the launch. Okay. Do you have any binoculars?
Yeah, here.
You have better eyes than me.
Oh,
You know what you're looking for.
sure. Um, I can't. You're taller than me. hang on. He's gonna try to climb, see if he can climb up the wall and to see if he can get a better angle.
Oh, we're right beside the wall.
Well, it's like yeah, the side of the island is like probably a good 50 feet out. It's like there's the wall, and then it's like the sand where you guys are standing, where the boat is. You're about like
Oh, I thought we were
50, 60
a
feet
little
out.
ways away. We're much closer
If
than I
you
thought.
want to
Okay.
be a ways away, then yeah, you
Uh,
can. But yes, that's
Real
kind of where I
quick,
put you guys if you wanted.
Mr. GM man. Before he does that, Echo looks at him,
Yep.
looks at Mr. Dwarf man, and says, "Do you have any scrap by chance? Preferably six."
6 scrap. Let me look. Um,
Is this Dak coming out?
Perhaps, perhaps not. I will.
here, let me look. He's gonna take a look with survival quick because he doesn't normally keep any on him, but with that roll, definitely find some scrap from the boat that was flung because the geyser hit it so hard that it probably got some pieces flying off of it. I'm gonna roll a d6. No, I'm gonna roll a d8 for how much scrap fell off off the boat.
Watch, it'll be a 5. No.
It's a 3. So he manages to find 3 scrap.
Can I influence that? Perhaps, maybe with a technology
Go ahead.
to try to get more scrap.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a d4 to this though if you succeed.
Uh. Oh yeah. Okay. I forgot.
Okay, I set the DC.
Technology.
Yeah. A little harder.
15.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, you managed to essentially, using your new eyes that you had built on the way to, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Echo had built some, cybernetics, for
Oh,
himself.
Adolfin doesn't know that.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you use your eyesight as your eyes flicker from purple to red, and you kind of scan around to see if you can see any of this. Because everywhere around you, even though it's like heat, I forgot what kind of vision is it.
It's just IR spectrum, dark vision, pretty much.
Okay, so infrared. That wouldn't be based on heat, but that, or would that be based on heat?
That's heat based. Yes, infrared is
Okay.
heat based.
Okay, so I will say you do see a lot of red from all the sand around. It's a little bit cool, so it's like the water areas are kind of like regular looking. The sand that you're standing on is very red. But since you this it's if you managed to find some more scrap, I'm gonna roll a d4. So you'll
It's
get
still
the
not
6.
going to. It's
If
still
I roll a
not-
3, you find it, or you find the amount you need. So give me 1 sec.
Oh wow. Okay, you should not roll that ever again.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so you managed to find 4 scrap. You can tell with the 1 scrap that you found, or that all the scrap that you found, um, this probably happened about, because I want to say that the boat keeps cool in this kind of situation, so, um, probably 6 hours, no, 8 hours ago.
8 hours. That's not good.
Which I think at this point of the day, it's kind of like, kind of evening.
So I get about fucking 4 scrap.
Roscoe says if you need more scrap, we could always go back, search around. There might be some, just lying out in the sea oasis.
Well,
But
in all honesty, I think it's better if we actually just figure out what on earth and where on earth our friends are, what on earth we're facing, and potentially try and figure out where to get in. Don't you?
yes, true.
Yes, but
Maybe.
I need to craft something that may or may not help. I just
May or
need,
may not is not a good idea, Echo. Will it help or won't it help?
it's more of an experiment, but good kind of.
He
Don't feel
takes a
that this
quick
is the
look.
time for experimentation.
Um,
You see, Elderfin is kind of a
Yeah.
little panicked.
hang on. Just don't worry. There's a tree over there. I'm gonna go climb that, and it'll give me a better angle. You see, like over, kind of on the left inside of the water. There's like because there's like a palm tree just kind of like out of the water that goes pretty high. I will go climb that and use the binoculars and see what I can see.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. And then he kind of runs off.
So, quick question: if I'm going to craft the ground shaker, since I only have 18, do I have to spend money for it?
Yes, I think we were saying, yeah, it's like, I think 100. Did we say 150 for scrap, or what was it? 250?
About 20 scrap.
No, I know, but how much for 1 scrap? I forgot if I said that before and if you wrote that down.
Let me check.
Which actually I should probably write that down too, just so I don't forget for next time.
Crap. My inner deck is coming out.
You're good.
Gonna say, yeah.
It really depends, and since this is more or less of trying to build a item, it
Tell you
really
what.
depends. It really depends on you.
Tell you what, how many Pokeballs do you have?
How many Pokeballs? I think I got 1 Great Ball, 1 Basic, and 1 Boom Ball.
Okay. If you want to take a basic, because it is technically taking 2 halves, or 2 scrap, putting them together, that's kind of how I imagine it, is there 2 things. You can take apart a basic ball and turn it into 2 scrap.
I will take that
Okay.
offer.
Sounds good.
And now I am going to craft a ground shaker.
Nice. So you essentially, while you guys are thinking, um, Echo takes apart a Pokeball to get the last scrap that he needs, and using the scrap that he got from the boat parts that they found, and all the stuff that they found earlier while they were on their way to Doug, and back to Kern, he kind of creates what looks to be a it's like, I want to say it's a hammer, or no, it's like a
You
pickaxe.
agreed. We kind of agreed on it was some type of shoe.
Shoe?
Yeah, like shoes, apparently, if I
Okay.
remember correctly.
Yeah, I guess it can be he turns it into like a metallic boot, with some tech in it, and yeah, you make a ground shaker. What what was the frequency um of magnitude?
Every other turn.
Okay, so I think in this case, um, I'm gonna say a I'm gonna make until you can like upgrade it, because it was still kind of a first tune, like not at a like bench to kind of work on it kind of thing. I will say that this item is a once a day kind of item.
Roger that.
Until you upgrade it. So once a day you can use magnitude, by like basically equipping it as a feat slot item and stomping the ground.
All right, I gotta see what magnitude does real quick.
All right, so he Roscoe ends up running back, and he's like, "All right, it looks like your friends are okay. They're up, but they're like very badly hurt. But at the same time, they're being healed by the bandits, by the psychos. I have no clue what's going on in there, but they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, being bandaged up. But it looks like they're talking.
Then perhaps we should
Get bandaged up?
I know they're being bandaged up by these people. Perhaps these people are not what you might think they are.
Since I get magnitude from that.
I mean, you could be right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they've. All right, yeah, let's just go talk to them. Maybe they messed up and they just did something this one time.
Well, okay. How about this? Why don't I go and talk to them, and you two stay here. If it looks like will be captured, then you can come in all guns blazing. Does sound like a good idea.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
Roscoe just looks at you after just peeking or speaking up and saying that, and he's just like, "Are you sure?"
I have an ability that might help.
I got me intrigued. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye. We'll go back. I'm gonna go back to that. Or do you have a signal you can do that can let us?
I'm pretty sure me screaming help would probably might be a good sign.
Okay, we'll just stand near we'll stand near the entrance and kind of.
Of course,
we'll wait for you. Yeah. Okay.
Out of sight.
Oh, I was about to use magnitude on the wall.
You were just gonna kick the wall down.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
It would have also worked, but
yeah.
yeah then
if you want to.
Well, Adelphin will say to wait to Echo if he sees Echo doing that.
All right, I shall wait.
Okay. If we start hearing the help, then you can kick them down.
Yes, these
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yes, these boots would do.
These boots are made for walking.
Well, these boots
Sorry.
that I have on would destroy this wall within one good swoop.
I hope so. I know what magnitude does. It's kind of a gamble. But yeah. Alright. Let's get on it. And yeah, you guys start walking towards the front entrance. Unless there's a different way you want to try
know.
to go. Sorry. Yeah.
Aelofin will go to the front for the front entrance. Echo will go with the sheriff. I've completely forgotten his name.
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Okay.
Echo will go with Roscoe.
So we'll try and find a thin wall. Echo. We'll listen for the sound, the sound and the sign. So. Yeah. Or do you? And then he said, "Wait, do you want to do like a pinch plan where we kind of like flank them from both sides? So you enter from over here, I enter from the other side."
Let's do that. Plus, do have a lot of sheriffs here, or well, it kind of looks at his merry band of chuckle fucks and well, sheriffs or officers. So
It's just him, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't have any officers with him.
Oh, wonderful.
All the officers that came with him were left at Doug because they were taking care of that situation.
Oh.
He ran off on his own to take care of this.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, what do you think? I can jump over the wall with my Muzdale, the other side, and then you blast in open here.
Yep.
All right.
Like a plan.
Sounds good. All right. See you in a bit. And then Roscoe's gonna run to the other side, and then we still got some time. Adolphin, as you nervously walk to the front gate, what are you doing? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, shit. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It's fine. Why am I doing this? Why? It's fine. It's okay. Just need to go at the door, knock on the door, and do my thing. Yes.
You find yourself standing in front of the gate now, and it just almost looks like it definitely looks like a front entrance. Big, taller than the fence that you've been walking around before. Probably 50 feet instead of 50 or 60 feet high. Compared to the wall, which is like 30.
Here goes nothing, and I will knock on the door.
Dun dun dun. Did you hear that? I think I heard that too, yeah. Do you see two guys like heads pop from around the corner? Like, hey! What do you want?
Hello? I'd like to talk to somebody.
Who do you want to talk to? There's no one important out here.
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yes, two of my compatriots, which I think you have behind your walls. At which point, I'm going to cast Mind Reader on the person I'm talking to.
All right.
So long as they are within 6 meters.
Okay. Yeah, I said 60 feet. 30. Well, they're halfway down, so 30 feet. Yeah. So 6 times 5. Yeah. So they're within range for sure.
So long as they are within 6 meters. So they said the 30 feet down.
30 feet up. So yeah. So it's 30 feet is the wall, and then another 30 for the main gate. But they're at
that's 10
halfway.
meters. No, they're not.
They're at the halfway.
So they're not within range.
Yeah, I said that's
fine. Then I don't cast it.
I was say 10 meters is the big main gate. They're on the half wall. So that's 5 meters. You said 6 meters.
Okay,
right?
so they're 15 feet away.
No, because so I said the fence that you were walking by was 30. And then we've
got a different ratio.
Sorry.
It's fine. What's your ratio? What's your ratio?
1 meter is 5 squares. Or sorry, 1 meter is 5 feet. So 1 meter is just 1 square. So
Right. Okay.
it's
That's
6
you're
feet
gonna
up.
have to keep reminding me of that because
Sorry, yeah.
1 meter is actually
So
3 feet. So you're gonna have to keep
they
reminding me of that.
are
So,
they are 6 squares up. The main gate that kind of has the gate is like 12 squares up.
okay. So if they are
So
within if they are within 6 squares,
yeah,
let's do it that way.
they're
If they're
kind of
within six
peeking
squares,
around the corner.
then I
So
can.
yep,
Okay, then I will cast Mind Reader on the one that is talking to me.
nice.
This is a scene, so
Okay,
the frequency is seen. So I presume I can do this in this point.
yeah,
And the target becomes red to me
okay.
until my next turn. Whatever
Gotcha.
that means.
So do you like? I think, and that's the move mind reader, or is that the like an ability you got?
Move.
Okay,
Move.
so if it's red, I think what normally happens is so mind reader normally makes it so you don't miss on your next attack no matter what. But I will say in this case you can definitely read his mind still. Also, I think there's a capability for mind reader. I don't know if mind reader gives you that capability.
Yes. Mind Reader automatically misses against targets with Mind Lock capability.
Okay, yeah, these guys don't have that for sure. So,
If any of these guys have the telepathic ability,
okay, yeah.
I'm doing it on the guy I'm talking to. So if he has the telepathic capability, um, if the user has a telepathic capability, which I think I do. For some reason, I don't have that capability, which is odd. So enough of that. Thought I did have to get that capability. So
Sometimes the moves you have can give you those capabilities.
yeah, I took telepath as. Oh, I forgot to put that into my list. I have my first trainer class is telepath, and I forgot to put the fact that I have the telepathy capability. Oh. Whoops!
Oh, good. It's funny.
I need to put that in. So technically, yes, I do have the telepathic capability.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So reading his thoughts, he's just like thinking like.
So it's automatic. It automatically succeeds.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yep. That's why I'm giving you what he says. He's thinking. Why is there anyone out here? Normally we find them, not they find us.
Yeah.
What?
It is, and almost when I said there are people that are in here which who I know, or there are people who. What did I say? I forgot what I said now.
You said I have some friends in there that you.
Yes, I have some friends in there.
You friends with any of the psychos?
That's not quite what I meant.
And then in his mind, he says, like, is he talking about those guys we picked up?
Yes, I'm talking about the guys you picked up.
Like, I never said anything about the guys I picked up.
Yes, you did.
I did? As he's now questioning himself.
Absolutely, you did. You said you talked. Yes, I'm talking about the guys you picked up. I would like to have them back, please. They don't belong to you. They are free people. Only androids are not free people.
He's kind of losing his focus, and the other guy is like, "Come on, stop! Pull yourself together, man." And you hear him say, like, "What? I don't even know what to say anymore." Because I know that when it's kind of like when you look at someone, I think that's when you kind of start reading their mind, right?
I'm presuming so.
Yeah,
I presume
so.
so. It's.
He starts speaking up
to target somebody.
Try to calm his friend down, and if you look towards him, you hear he's thinking, "My God, my friend's so dumb." He's like,
No, he's not dumb. He's just confused.
Okay, what the fuck? That I did not say that. I'm so confused.
Yes, you did.
What?
If you'd like me to roll something, you could let me know.
Roll me a.
Because I'm kind of fucking with them.
I know. If you're fucking with them, I'll say roll a guile check.
Guile, okay. I got a +2 in it, but that's not going to help too much.
You're probably gonna be better than them, so maybe.
Well, let's see. 6.
Oh yeah, you tied with the one. Yeah, you've definitely fucked with the first guy. The second guy is just so confused about his friend being confused, but he knows he didn't say anything. He's like, "No, I didn't. Stop putting words in my mouth."
Okay, if you
Are
say
you on-
if you say that, that's absolutely fine. But I need my friends back, and I suggest you do so. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen to you and everybody else in there, and I don't want that to happen.
Roll an intimidate check, and I will roll focus for him.
There's I know there's something I can use my focus abilities for. Just give me a moment, because I know I can use my focus for something, but I can't remember what the fuck it is.
I think it was focus for like lifting things, right? Instead of using athletics, you use your mind or something. Telekinesis or something. I don't remember, but yeah, I think
if you've had it equals to the focus rank, yeah, indeed, it is actually that's what it is for. Shit, I can't use it for anything else.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. You just need to beat
I need
it
to figure
too.
out ways to transfer things to my focus, because my focus is ridiculous right now.
Yeah. I think there's ways to use intimidate or for focus instead of intimidate.
Yeah, I would like to do that because my focus is expert right now.
Yeah. Jeez.
So, instead
All right,
of my intimidate, which is crap.
Well, I mean, all you need to do is roll over a 2. So.
Oh, then I automatically succeed because I have a +2 in
Intimidate.
Intimidate. Yes, I've got 1d6 +2.
Oh my god!
So I automatically succeed.
He just kind of flinches when you say that, and he's like, "Give me 1 sec," and he just disappears behind the wall.
God. Oh god.
And then you see and then you see the one guy who's so confused that him just saying like, "I didn't say any of that, did I?" And then he's like, "You come here, come with me," and he grabs him by the shirt and just yanks him behind the wall. And yeah,
I no longer have mind read, by the way. It's done.
Okay.
It's for sure done. It's technically only meant to be 1 turn, so
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You wait for about 5 minutes. It's weird. It's a weird feeling because it's awkward just standing there waiting for something to happen. And then you hear, and the gates just slowly kind of shift apart to the side, like some pulley is like pulling them away instead of they don't come out, they come like out like that.
Mm-hmm. They slide to the sides.
Yeah. And he's like, kind of still looking like, oh fuck, all right, come with me.
Okay. And I will walk into the camp.
All right, and with that, we are gonna wait till next week. Oh my god, I can't wait for next. Oh my god, I can't wait for next time. What the hell? What the heck? What the heck happened? That was funny. Oh.
Yeah, I made a talking character.
Yeah, you did. All right. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make Roscoe for next week, just in case. I mean, I have Roscoe as a character written down, and all of his Pokemon, but I forgot to update him, so it's like, because he definitely needs to be a pretty high level. So, my god, that was amazing, you guys.
Pleasure.
Yeah. All right, favorable moments. Kind of doing this out of order, but oh yeah, that too. Oh, my phone died.
Memorable moments.
Sorry, my phone died. That's why it looks like that right now.
Fucking Pokemon that keep following me around.
they're just like you, man. I mean, they gotta follow you around if you don't Pokeballs. You gotta make sure you get some Pokeballs.
Yeah, I do, but yeah,
You're like,
skin,
only
I
one
don't have
Pokemon
any
can
money.
follow me around. I know. We'll make sure to get you some soon.
Like I have 150, I have 155, whatever it is in this world. So yeah, I can't afford fucking Pokeballs
Yeah.
unless I find them.
Yeah, we'll get to that. You just gotta roll good with the. Or every day that goes by, you gotta pull out your item finder and be like, Pokeballs? Nah. No. Otherwise, I think. I don't know. Echo, can you make Pokeballs right now or not right now?
What?
Can you make Pokeballs or no?
Just give me like 2 more levels, and then I can make.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm
Apple
just
Corn
wondering
Ball.
if you can. I think maybe Sean
I mean,
might
I
or Robert
can,
can, but
but it's gotta be like at full price. But if I take up Pokeball Crafter, then yeah, then I could craft a more cheaper. But if I want to get apricorn balls, I could grab that as well, so that me and Ed could work together
yeah.
and start growing apricorn ball.
Oh yeah, true.
Apricorn storm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. You can grow
Infinite.
apricorns in a tree. I think portable grower. I
Yeah.
have to check and see
Infinite.
what kind of
Yeah. Infinite Pokeballs.
infinite Pokeballs. That'll be fun. All right.
Yep.
River. Any favorable moments?
Adolf just being increasingly concerned, or well, just
About
increasingly
what's
becoming
all-
a
yeah.
nervous wreck.
Be like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
What am I doing? Why am I here? This is stressing me out massively. Poor Adolfin is just. Poor guy.
It's good. I mean, yes, poor
Yeah,
Adolf. We need to give
he's
him
not.
a vacation. Love a vacation episode.
He was actually okay for a while, and now he's super stressed.
Yeah.
He's massively stressed, and he is going to need another vacation.
My favorite part definitely has to be when you fucked with the psychos over the wall. It just the whole thing in my head was just the Monty Python skit with the that guy on the wall. You've mother on a hamster.
Yeah, a little bit.
These guys are like, what do you want? What? You're
Mhm.
friends. Like, shit.
Yeah, those guys you've got in there. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. To me, you did. When you're mad, you absolutely said that. No one did it. Yes, you did.
It's like, what's up? Oh god. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. We'll be back either a little bit later tonight. Maybe I'll stream something with Sean if he's feeling better. Johnny too. Also, I mean, we tend to play. We try to do Roots of Pacha on Wednesday nights, but if not, we will see you tomorrow on Games and Tea. Are we doing a game
Yes. Yes, I will just sit up slightly so you can see my head.
tomorrow? Here.
Yeah, come back to my channel. That's games _ T, where you can catch these two. Oh, you can't see me now, but this guy over there, the fingers not.
You're in the top corner now. You gotta do like this.
Yeah, guy who's up there on my who's up there on my left. There we go. Not that way. And the guy who's down there on my right. To catch me being his GM for Scarlet Guards, where I've got some shit planned and they don't know what's going to hit them.
Mm-hmm. I'm scared. We got a whole gate. We don't. We know what's behind the gate. Not what's behind the gate, but we know the size of whatever's behind the gate, and it's still terrifying.
Yes, you do.
So.
Yes, you do.
We need Immersion to do an actual shout out. Oh well, let me see if I can do it right this time. All right. Shout out. And gee, I hope I did this right. Please. Oh wait, I need the @ don't I? Oops. Please be right, cause I know I have a thing for it. Oops. What? It didn't work. Take it. I thought I did it. Maybe without the @ No, I don't know why I don't know how to do this. I'll figure it out one day. But yes, Games and Tea here. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go to your channel and put a link. That'll be better than just... Oh, you know what I could do? I could just make that a command instead of... Because I think if I have to do... Like, I could put your link in there and then just make it a command and do that with everyone else too.
Doesn't
Might
matter.
just be easier that way.
Those who know will be here, and those who want to come across, you can find me at Games and Tea on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'll be streaming tomorrow from 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. So figure that out for yourselves, because I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna you guys around here.
Right.
So
What's slash shout out?
shouldn't be. Should be exclamation mark. It might be exclamation mark shout. That means that's what it is for me anyway.
Whoops.
Anyways, guys.
Anyway, sorry.
I gotta go.
Yep, okay. Have a good one. We will go raid someone. And now I'm all flustered.
Oh, wow, I'm all over the place now.
There we go. I got it. Something. I did do the shout out. Okay, cool. Alright, neat. Okay, so who is live right now? There is not a lot of people that I know that are playing stuff right now, so that's okay. We can just end it for now. Thank you guys once again so much for joining. Yeah, hopefully next week we'll get behind the why they have raided the nearby towns. Hopefully Adolfin can figure that out without getting his party killed. We'll find out next week. Oh, sorry, hey cuz. Yeah, we just finished, but you can come back and watch the VOD after. We had a good time. And yeah, next week same time. So thank you all so much for joining and hanging out. This has been Roll for Immersion, and we roll the immersion for you. See ya. Bye. Everyone.